Hello, great to see you again today. Okay, right, are you ready? Let's get started. Can we begin on all fours, please? Like this. All right, now by all means put your hands in a fist. It just takes that pressure off the wrists if you struggle weight bearing on the palms of your hands for too long. Okay, so we're going to take our right leg out to the side. Can you get the sole of the foot flat on the floor? Don't worry if you're out on the, the sole of the foot's lifted, that's okay. But we're just aiming for that. And we're going to sit back a little bit with our bottom. And then we're coming forwards again. Rock back and forwards. So can you feel that? Look, when I go back just a bit there, I don't have to go much. Inner thigh stretch right up into the groin. And then when I ease forwards, it eases off. So we're going to go back and forwards. Now, some of you are okay doing this, but you don't like that constant going over the knee and back again. So if you're struggling with your kneecap there, use your rolled hand towel, put it underneath the knee, or maybe just a little bit lower down, so that the actual kneecap is off the floor, if that helps, okay? So we're just going to hold it back and sit there, just keeping that stretch. All right, you stay there. Let me just turn to the side so you've got an idea of just how small the movement is. All right, if I sit back there, the stretch kicks in. If I come off, it's gone. And there, it's kicked back in. All right, so that's you. Stretching out nicely. We're going to get some lovely long legs done today. Okay, and then bring that knee in. Let's do the other side. How does it feel there? Okay, so our aim is to get that leg straight out from the hip. But if that just doesn't feel right for your hip, take the leg further behind you. All right? You find your position. We can't all be the same. All right? So, take a gentle breath in. And as you breathe out, just sink back there. There's that stretch. And then ease off, come forwards, breathe in. Breathe out, sit back. Breathe in, come forwards. Now keep going for me, please. But hey, you don't have to keep coming out of it. If you're thinking, I could just stay there in the stretch, then do. You just stay there whilst we move backwards and forwards. There we go. All right, so we'll all just sit back into that stretch. Just hold it there. And if you want to, hey, you can be down on your forearms or just one arm. Anything, if you're struggling with your wrists, anything that just makes it a bit easier for you. All right. How's that? All good? Well done. Okay, let's bring that knee in. Wonderful. Really, really nice. Good. So moving away from that, if we come onto all fours, I'd now like us to do thread through. All right. So what we're going to do is, can you take your right hand, all right? Now, we're now in the category of how are your shoulders, okay? Can you open up like that? It's not easy, there is a lot of resistance in the body, but some of you might be better if you're just bending your arm and you're leading with the elbow rather than leading with the hand, okay? Right, now take a breath in if you can. There's a lot of constriction there around the rib cage. This hand up here, the right hand, is going to come down and it's going to dive through. We're doing thread through, okay? So it threads behind your left, turn in your waist, head and shoulder down onto the floor. I've got bottom up in the air. Lovely. You stay there. Lovely, lovely twist going on there across the upper back, the shoulder blade, and it can get right down into your lower back and hip as well. Right? So this bent arm, you can press the hand into the floor to deepen the stretch here if you want to. You can put your rolled hand towel under your head if you're finding you can't actually get your head comfortably down onto the floor. This is called the thread through. Okay, so we're going to come up. Let me turn and face you. We're just going to switch arms. So remember the first bit, which isn't necessarily that comfortable, is the opening up. Right, now, can you see how I've shifted my hips off to the side? So you don't have to keep yourself fixed. You can, but you can also shift. Can you look up to your hand? You draw that arm back anymore. It's getting into the chest. Take a breath in and breathe out. Thread through. So dive. You've got to get that twist. Then try and drop the side of your shoulder and your head down onto the floor. You've got your bottom up in the air. So quite a bit of movement. So some of us are going to find this is all good. We're comfortable in these positions. And some of us are going to find that a tricky one, that we have to adapt it. And it's, you know, don't beat yourself up if you think, I can't do that one because my neck hurts or hurts my shoulder or my knees. You know, there's hundreds and hundreds of stretches we can do together. And it just might be that this isn't your one. But that's okay. Good. All right, so coming up. Right, are you ready? I'm going to blend the two together. So we're going to take the right leg out. Okay. Now we're going to go gently. So we're going to sit back a little bit so we're into that inner thigh. You're doing really well. Now we're not going to reach up because you'll find you can't because your leg's out in the air. But we're going to do opposite hand. So thread through and there. Find both stretches going on. Is that good? All right. Now if you want to go deeper, come back up and do thread through with the right arm. So it's right leg, right arm if you want to go deeper. That is definitely deeper. All right, up you come. Beautiful. So bring your right leg in. Let's do the left. Take it out to the left. You're doing really well. This looks amazing. Sink back into your inner thigh stretch first. And remember, we're going to go gently to begin, all right? So it's got to be the opposite arm to thread through. So that's your left leg, right hand, threads through. Get that lovely twist, okay, that range of movement there in your torso. And come down. All right, so you can just stay here and breathe. Remember, pop a rolled hand towel under your head there, or your shoulder if you need. All right? Now, only if you want to go deeper, change it. Otherwise, stay as you are. But if you want to try and just see what your body feels like, same arm. And you haven't got that range of movement as you did on the other side. But it definitely takes the stretch deeper for your inner thigh and for your torso. Beautiful. Very, very good. Okay, you ready? Let's come up, bring the leg in. Now last week we did a puppy pose, but we did a single arm first. I'd like us to do that one again. I'm still facing, I'll face you sideways because you know this one. Okay, so when you're ready, one arm. I don't mind which one you do. I'm going to do left, so we breathe in. We breathe out, slide it away. Bend your other arm, chest down and bottom up in the air. That's your shoulders. Upper back. There we go. Very good. Up you come. Other arm, breathe in. Let's breathe out, slide away. Down you go. Doesn't matter if you can't get down very low. Just be wary of your shoulders. It can really catch in the shoulders if you've got problems with them. So we've just got to be cautious and move gently into the movements and make sure we can stop before we do any damage. There we go. Up you come. Both. You ready? Breathe in. So this is a regular puppy pose. As you breathe out, both arms slide away. Chest comes down, bottom up in the air. And you can sort of just rest your face down, your nose, your forehead here. Again, pop a rolled hand towel there or cushion if you want to rest your forehead on. It's surprisingly deeper, the stretch, if you just try and look forwards. So instead of forehead on the floor, chin on the floor. Not pressing deeply, but, you know. So you've got forehead, chin. Chin, surprisingly, just changes the dynamics there around the shoulders and the upper back. Well done. All right, we're just going to slowly sit back onto our heels into our prayer pose. I'm going to keep the knees together and drop your head down. Very nice. Okay, going to take the knees out wider and then we can sink right down. And we're going to pop our hands down by our feet. Just turn your head to one side if you can, please. And drop your shoulders down. Relax all across your upper back. Okay, a lot of pressure on the neck here. It's surprising what our arms were doing when they were out in front, how much support they were giving our neck. So if you're thinking, oh, I don't like this is uncomfortable, just pop your hands back in front if you can, all right? And we're just going to turn our head to the other side. See how your neck feels, okay? If you woke up all locked up in your upper back around your neck, you'll find this very difficult, maybe impossible today. All right, but can you turn your head? Can you pop your hands down by your feet and allow your elbows and your shoulders to drop forwards down into the floor so that you get that lovely opened area there across your upper back and shoulder blades? There. Right. Excellent. Okay, just bring your hands in front just to help with the neck. Slowly sitting yourself up. Beautiful. Okay, so moving on. Now for this section here, you can be kneeling, you can be kneeling up. Whatever feels good for you to just sit here for a moment, okay? Now, can you pop your hands behind your back and interlock your fingers? Nice straight back. Okay, just looking forwards. Slowly start to lift your arms up behind you here. And we're wringing out the shoulders. You can be doing this kneeling up as well. And you don't have to go into that sort of super intense. Nothing wants to hurt. It is a deep stretch. You know, we are actually sort of wringing out the shoulders. But we definitely don't want any numbness or pins and needles. And if this is just too intense for you, then maybe just roll your shoulders. Okay, you stay here. Maybe you're this. Maybe this is you today. That's beautiful movement. But if you can, we're aiming for this one. Okay? And then we're going to relax down so the stretch goes. But instead of having the hands here down by our bottom, can you put your hands here in your lower back? So look, they're here. And all I need you to do is simply draw your elbows forwards. We've got what? About 3 or 4 inches range of movement there. And it's opening out across the upper back. Excellent. Well done. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to ease off. We're going to drop those hands down and we're going to lift them up. So we're into wringing out the shoulders again. Just, you know, be relaxed around your neck. Either look forwards, look down, whatever works for you. Let the hands drop down. Bring them up into the hollow of your back and press the elbows forwards. Love it. Well done. We'll just do it one more time, okay? And if you don't like both of these, maybe there's just one of these two that you like to do. Just stick with that. So release, slide the hands down, lift them up. Maybe this bit is starting to improve. You know, maybe you're thinking, oh, I'm feeling a bit more comfortable. Let's breathe. And then hands down. Feel those shoulders relax. Pick the hands up, just rest them, nestle them in your lower back and elbows forwards. Fantastic. And just let your hands relax, drop them down, and let's just roll out those shoulders. Well done. Very, very good. This wasn't intentional. Well, it was intentional. I had it in my mind. But I wanted to get in around the hips, the inner thighs, but I then wanted to get up into the upper back, across those shoulder blades. Some of you are struggling where you're sitting at the desk all day and you need something to break it up. Okay, so sitting on your mat this time, can you cross your legs? We're going into the neck next. So Sally, I'm thinking this perhaps isn't your stretch session today. There might be some bits here that you're thinking, no, don't like that. No, can't do that. So let's see how we get on, all right? So you don't have to be seated. You can be up on a chair, on the sofa. You can even try some of it standing up if you want to. But we're going to pop our hands down by our sides here, all right? Pull up. You can have your legs out, you know, whatever's comfortable. We're on to the neck. So, caution, careful, go slow. First of all, can you turn to look over your right shoulder? How's that? Stay there. Lovely. Okay. So we're now going to look down towards the floor and slowly look up. Feel the movement, watch, even hear the movement. There's lots of scrunching and crunching. Looking down over your shoulder. And looking up slowly. Well done. And again, just looking down and looking up. Oh, you're amazing. Beautiful. Let's just slowly roll down along our chest. As we travel over to our left shoulder. Look over your left shoulder. All right. Look down over your left shoulder. And look up. Look down. And look up. One more time. Wonderful. That's good. Looking up. Remember, just do your range of movement. Don't force things. No numbness, pins and needles. No pinchy bits. And then just roll down onto your chest here. Can you keep your head down here? Chin towards your chest. Create some double chins. Can you still pick yourself up with your spine? You know, if we slouch, we just lose some of the stretch. So we're sort of holding ourselves up whilst pulling our shoulders down. It's all in the back of the neck. Maybe just coming down into your upper back as well here. Oh, absolutely amazing, everyone. Gosh, that is so good. All right? And then just gently let your head lift up here. So you're just looking front, looking at me. Then you can slouch and roll out your shoulders. Beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. Well done, everyone. Just shake it down. So there's sections of those, like the neck stretching, that I do put on I've got it on Facebook and Instagram where I've just done a little video of just that. But you've got the whole thing there, lovely little routine to work with. So let me know how you get on. All right, I'm going to be putting a video up later today on the Pilates and More group. If you'd like to join us, it's going to be all about, it's just a 3.5 minute video on how to connect with our core, you know, engaging those pelvic floor muscles or connecting to those core muscles. And it would just really be a bit of a game changer when it comes to doing Pilates, just knowing that you've got that bit sorted. So anyway, lovely to see you. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you soon. So have a great day. Lots of love. Mwah. Cheerio. Goodbye.